A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to Heaven, or How I Made Peace with the Paranormal and Stigmatized Zealots and Cynics in the Process, by me, Corey Taylor. This book is dedicated, as always, to my family, who keep me focused and inspired on an almost infinite loop. Without them, I am ever the rambler. With them, I am always ready, willing, and aware. I love you all with every bit of my heart. Also, I dedicate this to Charles Benici, who taught me more about devotion, love, and what it means to be a man than any other living being on earth. I miss you, Dad, and I'll do my best. At first cock crow, the ghosts must go back to their quiet graves below. Theodosia Garrison. There was something awesome in the thought of the solitary mortal standing by the open window and summoning in from the gloom outside the spirits of the netherworld. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. I don't know if God exists, but it would be better for his reputation if he didn't. Jules Renaud. What is this that stands before me? Figure in black which points at me. John Ozzy Osbourne, from the song Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath. As always, I could not have made this book a reality without the following list of enabling miscreants. Ben Schaefer and all the wonderful people at DeCapo Press, as well as Perseus Books for their continued belief in me and my shoddy abilities, and also for the leeway I received on the deadline. My agent, Mark Gerald, for being my spiritual cheerleader and getting me where I am in the book world. Paul Brown, Matt Kenny, and Stubbs and Kirby for taking the time, making the effort, and going above and beyond for the artwork and the photos. Still can't believe you got that outfit, Paul. Corey Brennan and everyone at 5B Management, Bob, Kim, Dione, and Harold, you guys have no idea what kind of monster you're creating in me. Rob Shore, the keeper of the gates, I'm Rob, and all my friends at RSA. Again, my ever-growing family, the Taylors, Benicis, Mays, and Bennetts, whose never-wavering trust is something that makes my foundations unbreakable. And finally, my wife, Stephanie, the boss, who I will never be able to thank enough or truly convey to her just how special and invaluable she is to me. Chapter 1. Cold House. You see them everywhere these days. You see them in movies and cartoons, advertisements and reality shows. Celebrities line up to tell their stories just so they have a good excuse to shiver and shake in their designer sports jackets. They are so common today that it is almost crazy to imagine a time when the very idea was disturbing. But there was indeed an era when the thought of ghosts was enough to send a tendril of chilly dread down your spine. I'm not talking about the guy under the sheet with the eye holes cut out, or the groovy spooks that have been plaguing Scooby and the gang since 1969. I'm talking about the footsteps right behind you, the padded shuffle on hardwood floors where there should be no noise at all. I'm talking about the shadow in the corner of your eye when you are sitting at home alone. I'm talking about moving objects and flying silverware and waking up with scratches you know for a fact were not there when you went to bed. There are spaces between spaces and doors that go nowhere. From orbs to shades, the spirit end of the paranormal pool is anything but shallow, but it is easy to find yourself drowning. When you're young, if you are anywhere near a group of same-aged folk and you want to freak each other out, you tell ghost stories. You gather up a blanket and you swap them like baseball cards at the expo, waiting with your breath held for your turn at the mic because 9 times out of 10, everyone in that room has a ghost story. They can be as vanilla as seeing your great-grandfather in the cellar, or they can be as mollifying as the dark shape that follows you to every town you have lived in since you were still taking naps in school. But in my experience, almost everyone I know has a ghost story, and anyone who doesn't have one secretly and desperately wants one. People have been infatuated with the supernatural almost as long as they have been with religion. In fact, if religion were a lounge singer,
Sample complete. Ready to continue?